Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is a longtime friend, a police officer who spends a lot of time on YouTube with a lot of different friends on a lot of StreamYard panels, as a matter of fact. Beltloop29. Now, I consider this content a part of the homesteading community. This creator is so vibrant and involved with that group of creators. But when you dig through the thumbnails and go through the videos, you'll find a lot of outdoor content and a little bit of indoor content to go along with that. Beltloop29's been a friend for as long as I can remember, likely between 2-3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong, of course. They're posting quite a few shorts here. They've got members only content on their channel. Some of these shorts have done really well, getting into 30,000, 47,000, 168,000 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams, like I said, they got panels going all the time. And oh, for the life of me, I'm not going to remember which one of these it is. I think I was on my personal account and came in through the link when we were looking at this. But I hopped in on one of the live streams here the other day where Jerry was on there from Butler Family Farm and Eddie from Devil Dog. And these guys were having a lot of fun, and they always do, as a matter of fact. And I was kind of laughing along in the chat, and I decided to hop up there, and luckily they put me on with them. And I love doing panels like that. I haven't done nearly as many as I had expected or always think about, but that was an opportunity just to hop on and have some fun with these guys. But hopefully everybody will connect with Beltloop29. Let me put up Devil Dog's channel as well, because they're always out supporting. We've run into each other a million times in other people's premieres and live streams, and we run into each other in the chat. Devil Dog is doing really well as well. I think Beltloop29 there was well over 7,000 subscribers. Devil Dog's over 4,000, and they're out supporting people all the time, hopping in on panels and different things. I'm not as familiar with Devil Dog's content, I have to be honest. I've only watched a few videos here, but what I'm going to do is take another one. I'm going to put this into my special playlist I use. We call it the catch-up list here, but it's meant for me to get caught up or keep caught up with creators. Looks like a lot more homesteading content to me, a lot of indoor and outdoor footage, and some of these shorts have done really well. Many of them getting on the way towards 1,000 views. Oh, many more, getting into 12,000, 16,000 on a couple of these, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel as well. They're on all the time, and this is the one, so I must have been on Devil Dog's channel for this one. And then oh, that was yesterday. Yes, I forgot. We were Devil Dog went live a few hours later last night, so I was able to be there in the chat as well. But like I said, there's a group of people that have a lot of fun together all the time. The homesteading community is a really tight-knit group, but a lot of those creators are out supporting others all the time. And I group a lot of channels and ideas into the idea of homesteading. It could be farming, ranching, gardening, fishing, hiking, camping, anything outdoors. Because it seems that there is similarity in the intentions of the creators behind those types of channels, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So I'm grateful for all of your friendships and everything you guys do for the Tuber Chat family as well. I know they all have pleasant things to say about us all the time, and I always appreciate that. Jessica SMC is dropping a super chat, so I'm going to put that channel on the screen next. Butler Family Farm we're going to look at some point. They're a member here. They have been as one of our longest standing members, actually. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away, so we'll look at Jessica SMC right this second. And then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. Members and moderators are always added first, but I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged over the course of the stream. And that means we'll definitely see Butler Family Farm. They're here with us for just about every single live stream, if that makes sense. I certainly don't expect it from anybody. I do appreciate every moment everybody can be here, and we'll do some introductions in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And thank you everybody for coming in. So Jessica SMC is actually a longtime friend as well. Jessica Show Me Confections is the name of the channel, as we see from the banner here. It's been a little while. They got 555 subscribers, which is great to see. More than halfway on the road to the first 1,000. We know that's an exciting and important milestone. We'll talk about their content in a second. Sports with Wolfie, thank you for the highlighted milestone message there. I've got a few names on the wheel: Canadian Family Life, Greenland Quilter, Katie, and Rita Crystal. Dragon Creations were all early in the door. I know Leslie's Crochet Corner is here. Coach Juliet Edens is in the house. I'll get them onto the wheel. The Debbiest of Debbies is here. Debbie Way Gaming, Debbie6143 is in the house. And then, of course, our dear friend Scratch and PPA as a beloved and dedicated moderator in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. And then Michael's Adventures, of course, is always in the chat with us as another beloved and dedicated moderator. Living Large with El Crew is here. Life Between Worlds channel, it's good to see you here. Keto Rockstars is rocking Coach Amy. And yeah, always my pleasure, Belt Loop 29. But I was grateful to have a chat with you guys the other day. Palazzo Place is here. That's Jen Palazzo. It's 5728. I'm still tripping over some of the names in the chat because we just got our handles a week ago. I don't know if anybody ever gets used to that. Timmy the Racing Channel, good to see you here. Thank you for the shares, by the way. I know Devil Dog shared out. Thank you everybody for those shares. They really do help. I know we all know that, but it's nice to remind each other. Even I need a reminder, especially for the thumbs up if I happen to be on the phone. Hardknack Farms 1736 is here. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know our Georgia Suburban Homestead has come in. I'll get them onto the wheel. And I don't think I put Sports with Wolfie on there just yet. I'll do that in another second. If I can copy and paste here properly. And I'll appreciate everybody's patience while I try to get that done. But Jessica SMC, like I said, is a longtime friend. It's been a little while since they've put out a video, as we can see here. But I'm going to dig through the channel in another second. And these, oh, I forgot what I was going to say in the first place. The whole reason I asked, I literally asked about Loop 29 and Devil Dog and Jerry. Jerry's always here, but I asked them to come in because I wanted to mention the idea. They were having this talk about everybody's age. And I know not everybody's comfortable with it, but I find it amusing when sometimes we're trying to guess each other's ages and things like that, and people can be way off. I always make jokes. I think everybody probably imagines I'm actually much older than I think everybody probably imagines. I would like to think so, but I've had a couple people nail it or get a little bit higher on the scale. But that was the subject that had me laughing. And these guys always have a good time together, so I decided to jump in on that. But anybody can go back and watch that live stream. It was a couple of nights ago, or a couple of days ago. Was it yesterday? Because the days are getting away from me already. I had a really early day on Friday, so I was able to be on. It might have been yesterday that we were on. But you'll see, these guys do a lot of live streaming. And it's likely on all of their channels, but yeah, luckily, like I said, I caught Devil Dog later that evening. The Gross Bargain Emporium, Steph, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's actually doing that so that we'll look at another channel, Pity Mom 413. So we will look at that in another moment. And then thank you guys. Tim Mitchell is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They'll be live tonight at 9 o'clock with Chef CV on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. Tim was in the chat the other day, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I haven't done as many panels as I had planned. I even think about doing them myself as well. I've thought about either doing another channel or doing them on my other channel, but maybe we'll get that going if everybody has enough interest. I know a lot of people get together, but the conversations can be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? When we get together like that. Many interviews and things like that I've done where we talk about YouTube, but there's so much more out there that we can dive into when we get together on panel. Jessica SMC, like I said, is a longtime friend, and you can see that they've just got a few videos here. Let's have a look at the live streams first. So I see they've been actually live streaming fairly frequently lately. Looks like almost once a week. They just did one an hour ago. So I'm going to put this live stream replay into that catch-up playlist that I keep talking about, and that will give me a chance to give you an extra watch hour. I know they're already monetized, but we always want to keep our watch hours up, so it doesn't hurt to have a little bit more watch time, and it helps with retention and the algorithm and every other thing. Some of the shorts are doing really well here, 1,700, 2,000. I hope you'll continue to post these because some of them have done really well right out of the gate. Like I said, well over 500 subscribers, so we'd love to push Jessica SMC towards that 600 we know they're going to be thinking about. Butler Family Farm. But that's what I say about a lot of channels. The conversation can go just about anywhere once it gets started with a lot of panels and things like that. And Jessica SMC, thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's done that before. Like I said, this is a long time friend now. And let's have a look at Pity Mom 413 and the Gross Bargain Emporium stuff. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So this is looking like a fairly new channel, right? With 68 subscribers right now, but we'd love to push them towards the first 100. We all know it's a exciting and important milestone. And then Driving Dailies in the house. They were driving up a storm yesterday. Face the Aces here. Thank you both for coming in. And then Stealth Health India. Thank you so much for being here. I've actually got that channel on the wheel as well. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel. I hope everybody will connect with all of our moderators. I know most people here are familiar with what we're doing on this channel. We do have new people that come in every single day. I hope our new friends are feeling welcome, but our moderators do so much for other people, not just me, not just us as a channel or as a community, but literally like for other YouTube creators, for their own communities. And I hope everybody will connect with them, because I wouldn't be able to do what we're doing as easily as I can and the way that it's done here, because they help me make it look easy. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Like I said, they all have different channels and they all do different things. I say that all the time. So this is a brand new channel that we're looking at. The Groves Bargain Emporium Steph dropped a super chat. She's done that a million times before. And she's actually intending for us to be introduced to this channel. We absolutely honor those. We always have. So Sarah G. Reynolds is a new creator for me and for us. What I'm going to do, though, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take this video that's perfect to connect with, because it's far beyond 3 minutes here. I'm going to put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give the thumbs up and subscribe and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they will connect with us and have our notification bell on as well, and then they will be able to catch our live streams. We're usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we see that these are already starting to move. One of these at 1,600. which has got to be exciting. The Gross Bargain Emporium Steph is coming up right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Home by Design with Marilyn is in the house, so I've got them on the wheel as well. And then when we look at what the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph has got going on, she's just got a few videos here. What does she have? Getting close to a dozen videos. This creator posts videos sporadically, a couple of music videos here from the Suno system. I know a lot of people are playing around with that lately. Shorts on this channel. She's got quite a few cooking videos in the latest ones. Some of these have really started to move, getting into 1,000 views, 1,200 on a couple, which is great to see. And obviously they're still moving. Then one of the things I like to point out is just the idea when we're on a computer and we're looking at the shorts videos and we click the popular tab, sometimes the videos are out of order and you wonder, like, why can YouTube not count? It's not that. It's just that they are still getting views, so many in fact that they haven't settled in the algorithm yet, so they'll fall into place in a little while. The Gross Bargain Emporium Steph, this is where the magic happens on this channel. What they're doing here are live auction style sales during live streams. And this has become more and more popular. Influencers like Gary Vee are now talking about the next 5 years. This is where a lot of money is going to be made for anybody interested in that, which is 99% of us, of course. But live auction style sales, it's great to see that some of our friends have had the foresight to get involved in this way before it started to become so popular that it might even take over social media in a roundabout sort of way over the next year or so. But the Gross Bargain Emporium Steph, she's on, it almost feels like daily, but I guess it's actually just several times a week. She's often on with Dawn's channel. She's got plenty of friends that join her. Mr. Steph, we like to give a shout out to as well because he's always there. First of all, saying pleasant things for us. He's helping in the chat, and we hear him in the background of the live streams as well. I always think it's extra special when we get different combinations of in real life friends and family supporting each other, in this case husband and wife, but there's plenty of stories like that, whether it's cousins, whether it's friends, because the biggest complaint that I've gotten on YouTube over the last 8 years is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online who are willing to do it, and especially so easily. And it's always been something that's a frustration for a lot of creators, but I think it's that much more extra special. So like I said, we give a special shout out to Mr. Steph because he's always helping. I think every time I've been there, probably. Beltloop29, thank you for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And we already looked at that channel, but I really do, for that reason, appreciate that extra generous support that much more. Carnivore Jerry is in the house. We'll see what she's got going on. I just got to make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. I miss a lot that goes on. I'll try to scroll back a little bit, and then we'll continue on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I might have said this name wrong earlier, so forgive me for that. Stealth Health India is a brand new channel for us. I think they've actually been in the chat a couple of times, but this is the first time we're looking at the channel. So thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Nesha Antoinette, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Tim Mitchell's also gifting a handful of memberships again, which he's done a million times before. I certainly am grateful for that, and for that reason we're going to put his channels up. There's 3 of them actually, and we'll look at those in another moment. We'll get around to spinning the wheel pretty soon. Booby Goats, good to see you here. Six Bows is back. Word up and turn up, you know it. That's Six Poses Back has been a long time friend. She's been with us for years, 4 years for sure. I'm not sure if it's 5, maybe. And I certainly do appreciate it. Himani, I'm gonna probably say this incorrectly. I know I mentioned it before. Himani Manjuro Journey India. So Stealth Health India is what we see as a handle in the chat. So this is a brand new channel for me. The videos are perfect to connect with. Most of them are just over 3 minutes. They got a couple of longer ones here. So I'm going to take the longest one. I'm going to put this one into my watch later list. And again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I will do is after the live stream today, I'll go through that watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. And we're usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I recognize a couple of faces, I think, on your thumbnails. There are a couple of friends might have introduced you to the Superchat family. I see you're doing panels frequently, and shorts over here have some fantastic ideas for healthier options than somebody like myself likes to make all the time. So I'll be looking forward to getting to know your content, and thank you for coming in again, because I know it's been a few times. And then let's have a look at Tim Mitchell again. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Apparently Canadian Family Life and her husband Chris's Creation Fun are attacking each other in the house right now. I don't know if that's because I have that effect on people or if it's the Christmas spirit coming around for them. I'm unsure. Tim Mitchell is up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then thank you, Carnivore Jerry. And yeah, people get very excited when I use the magic word because I see Booby Goats is talking about rain event on Tuesday, but I think some of us in Canada, like Jason and Pete and myself, are about to just get hammered with the other stuff over the next week or two, it seems. And then James Bunny 615, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I will be spinning the wheel soon. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is here as well. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then I'll get back to spinning the wheel. I didn't realize BeltLoop29 earlier with his Super Chat took over our Stream Boss position. That's the video game life meter you see under my camera here. Every Super Chat and membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. So that'll be BeltLoop29 for a while. Tim Mitchell gifted a handful of memberships, and like I said, he's done that a million times before. He's got a few channels that he is looking after. This one's a personal one for him. A little bit of outdoor content here. Actually, dash cam footage has done fairly well for this creator, getting into 1,100, 1,200, even 1,500 and 1,600 views on some of these. Tim Mitchell also takes us on the road for live streams every Tuesday. Really difficult for me to catch these right now, but I've caught him many times before. Only if I miraculously have some early Tuesday, which will be rare, I might be able to catch these. Maybe over the Christmas season, I'm unsure yet. But he is always keeping up with the chat while he takes us on the road. And then you're going to have your 100th video the next thing you put up, Tim Mitchell, I'm noticing, and 340 subscribers right now, so hopefully we can push him a little bit farther towards the 400 we know he's thinking about. Lawless World TV, good to see you in the house. I was happy to catch them for a live stream. I think it's my first time catching them live yesterday, but they're a dynamic creator. They were having a great time, and I appreciate the kind words while I was there. Have fun in nature, good to see you in the house as well. And let's have a look at cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And there'll be quite a bit of content out there tonight. I say tonight because I'm in the Eastern time zone. It's just entering almost evening time for us in the Eastern time zone. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern. Michael's Adventures will drop a premiere at 8 p.m. Eastern. Jessie Journals and Unboxes did a premiere earlier today, as she always does on Sundays at 3 p.m. And then I know that The Source was live right before we started. I didn't get a chance to get in there, but I know they were on. And then let's have a look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. The creator behind this channel is Chef CV, hence the handle here. And what she's going to do is show us how to make some interesting dishes and meals, but she goes far beyond that by helping us navigate the kitchen. You see that glorious, colorful mystery wheel of misfortune behind her right there, another spinning wheel. And this creator is going to help us understand like bakeware, cookware, appliances, different things in the kitchen. And then they get into live streams as well. I'll go back to the shorts in a moment here. You see that the live stream is ready to go for 9 p.m. Eastern, so that'll be an hour after we're finished here. But what happens in the live streams, the mystery wheel of misfortune is something that everybody can interact with in the chat, and ingredients can be added to that wheel. Chef Cv's going to spin and be all but forced to make whatever comes up. So you notice Twizzlers in the thumbnails here, and I came to learn over the last couple of weeks that that was the last original ingredient from the mystery wheel of misfortune. So the saga continues over there, and I'll be looking forward to it tonight. I'll be there for sure. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is dropping a gifted membership as well, so thank you for that. The whole reason we're looking at Tim Mitchell and Chef CV right now is because Tim Mitchell also gifted memberships just a moment ago, and they've both done that many times before. Now, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official has got shorts on the channel featuring mostly cooking videos, mostly delicious looking content here, and a little bit of random content to go along with it at 1,200 and 1,300 views on a couple of these. And then she has a complimentary channel called the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel. And this is where we're going to get a behind-the-scenes look at Chef CV. She might take us back in the kitchen occasionally, but it's really a behind-the-scenes look at this creator. She'll take us on the road for different adventures. Bowling is something that's common on the channel when we look through the shorts videos here and we get into the popular ones. Even these are starting to pass 1,000 views now, into 1,200 and beyond. And then live streams on this channel. They might bring us a pop-up as a surprise. Otherwise, they're live every first Saturday, so they'll likely be live this coming Saturday, and they typically play Cards Against Humanity. So we'll keep our notifications on for the channel. We'll check around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, see if they're going to post that in advance, but we know that they live stream once a month on this channel, and then we'll catch them, and they'll likely talk about it when they are on Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official tonight for the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune. So, our Georgia Suburban Homestead gifted a membership. Tim Mitchell also did the same and gifted a handful of memberships moments ago. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. What we'll do right now is we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back with our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They got a couple of channels too, actually. The J. Jordan I see coming into the chat. I'll get them on the wheel. And right before we go on our break, I'll play a clip from an interview series of videos that we've got on this channel. These are all longtime friends that I got a chance to talk to in depth about their YouTube journey, their friendship with me and with us, the things that we're going through, the things they're going through with us, and how they have achieved over 10,000 subscribers on their YouTube channel.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Superchat, because I remember I only had, I think, about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
but we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in a weekend and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of crap, whatever it is.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, because I'm on 10,000, am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here, and you've doubled that number. You're still growing now. So
it's very slow growth, because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah.
And I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back, and now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back, but I needed the break. I really did. You know, and I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure.
So right before we take this break, thank you Rambling with the Brooms and Crafty Witch 232 for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know Home Bartending with John and the J Jordan are both here. I've got them on the wheel also. Sherry Yurton, my quilting world, is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel also. The microphone, yeah, it was interesting. Pete just mentioned that I got to check the mic because it was a little bit low. This is one of the examples of how moderators help. So hopefully it's better and perfect now. But if it's still a little bit low, I can pump it up a little bit more. I just want to show everybody what I did. So I use Streamlabs Desktop. It's very much like OBS. And what happens is I'm using a webcam, just a Logitech C270. This is a very budget webcam. It's not, like, nothing expensive or anything. And I've switched these up over the years, but this is the one that suits best the setup that I have. But this one, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to pick up the audio as strongly as some others, like the Razer Kaio I was using for a long time. What we can do, though, is we go to the source, and I know which one it is because I can see the volume moving while I talk, right? And then what I can do is I can go into the filters. Like we think about filters on video, we can also use things like filters on audio. So I'm going to go to add a filter, and there's a lot of different options here for different things. We have to learn about each one of these. I understand them because I came from radio and audio, but gain is what we're looking for. And what gain allows you to do is add, it allows you to gain some extra volume, basically. You have to be careful with it because you don't want to start to have your audio cracking and things like that. But you can pump it up by just a few decibels like I've got here. I put it up by about 3 decibels. Anywhere from 3 to 6 is probably fairly safe. You could also use that same idea to turn the volume down, and it's outside of your volume slider. So you notice when I put the volume slider all the way to the top, it says 0. But we know that in the background, I've got an extra 3 decibels on top, right? So you just have to keep that in your mind, or keep a note, or however you want to do it. You understand what I mean. You could also lower the volume and pump up the gain a little bit stronger. So these are just terms anybody can use, but I wanted to mention it because it's something that people might struggle with. The biggest YouTubers who talk about the things that we talk about here will say that audio is 50% of video. People will not watch if the audio is terrible. And we know that from outdoor live streaming when the wind is bad and there's noise everywhere and things like that. So it's something to keep in mind. But I wanted to mention that for a quick second, and thank you, Pete, for catching that. Greenland Quilter Katie's dropping a super chat so that we will look at Sherry Yurton, My Quilting World. We'll look at both of their channels in another moment. We will go on this break though for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and look at our Georgia suburban homestead, and hopefully again I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Okies Eden is here, and New Horizons Above and Beyond is in the house. Vintage Style by Joe is here, and Just Jason Keto let us know he'll probably be here in about a half an hour or so. Thank you for picking up that extra share, Scratch and PPA as well. I often forget that, just to share in small groups and things like that. You got to do everything you can for your own channel, for your own content, on top of doing everything we can for each other. But it's often easy to miss things like that. So let's go for 3.5 minutes and get right back. All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and this is another creator who gifted a membership earlier. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. She's done that a million times before. Now, our Georgia Suburban Homestead has a couple of different channels, but this one here is basically homesteading. What they want to do is inspire us to grow our own food, even if we live in a residential neighborhood. They refer to it as a, well, how do they say it? A great form of civil disobedience. Yes. Which makes me laugh, of course, and it's a wonderful idea. I'm going to take the latest video, though. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me get or keep caught up with creators. It's a lot of outdoor content here, but once in a while they do bring us into their home, usually into the kitchen. Shorts on this channel have now gotten into 5,300, 5,900, one over 10,000. Which is great to see. And then there's live streams on the channel, even up to 2 weeks ago. So they might have restarted that, which is great to see. Miss TT Mix Vlogs, good to see you here. Sherry, you're in my quilting world. Thank you for the gifted membership, by the way. We're going to look at that channel next because of Greenland Quilter Katie, but I do appreciate the extra generous support. And Henry Leslie, Vermont, hopefully I said hello, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead has a couple of other channels, and one of them, am I mistaken? I think our Georgia Suburban Homestead started a new channel recently, and I've only seen it once or twice now. If you're still in the chat, I'm sure she is, just please mention the name of it again in the chat, because it's escaping me entirely. I know I Died NDE was another one, and I'll get that one up here right now. They might be taking a pause on that right this second, but the idea is that these are here it is, near-death experiences. The idea is they're looking for other people to share stories, not just their own, on the channel, so anybody can reach out. They've got a few videos over here, as we can see. They got one short so far talking about a glitch, which always makes me laugh. We talk about those often. And then live streams, so they've done a few of these. So it's been a little while, but they've got another channel, and yeah, I'm not sure if our Georgia Suburban Homestead is still in the chat. I wonder if Pete remembers the name of the other channel, or if I'm mistaken. What we'll do, we'll come back to it. Oh, new channel. There it is. Bored as Heck Crafts. Yeah, forgive me. I don't know why the name wasn't coming to me first. Heck Crafts. If we mention the name of the Bored as Heck Crafts channel more than twice or 3 times, we should be able to memorize it. And I promise you, those tricks actually work. I do that kind of thing every day. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, I couldn't just remember it for a second, but they've just got this channel started. So 10 subscribers right now. We've got a lot of crafters in the community as well. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This will give you almost a solid hour of watch time there. They've got they've got a bit of information on their about section. We can see the intentions of the channel, and then we'll be on the lookout for shorts and live streams as well, if they're going to happen to do that. And pardon me while I'm clicking all over the place here. I mean to add this video into that playlist I keep talking about, and it looks like I've got it, so we're good to go. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead, thank you again. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. Like I said, she's done that kind of thing many times before. Now, Sherry Yurt in my quilting world came in and gifted a membership as well. Greenland Quilter Katie dropped a super chat, so that way I bring it every day. That's Kelly. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And she's been a friend of forever as well. 5 years, maybe 4 for sure. Memories and must-haves is here. I'll get them onto the wheel. We always put we always put memories and members onto the wheel with moderators as soon as we see them in the chat. And then Sherry Yurt in my quilting world. We've got a vibrant quilting community as well. So there's a handful of channels that I know of that do quilting in particular, right? And then there's a lot of channels that do quilting as a part of their content, like Vintage Style by Joe is in the house. Greenland Quilter Katie's promoting this channel right now. Sherry Yurt, My Quilting World's been a long-time friend by now as well. Well over a year, I think. I could be mistaken about that, but sometimes I go back and watch the video. Yeah, 10 months, so probably a year. When we look at Sherry Yurt and My Quilting World, we see that they post videos fairly frequently, up to about a month ago. I know this is a busy time for everybody. And some of the work here just looks outstanding. So this is really interesting. 1,400 views on this particular short, but they've got another couple that are passing it now at 2,200 and 3,200 views. It's interesting to see all the different types of patterns and work that some of our friends are using here. I think anybody can look at a quilt, whether you've owned one or not, and realize how much work it takes to get these things together. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they've been doing a lot of live streaming, which is great to see, usually at least a couple of times a week. And it looks like they're doing the dual live streams as well. So I'm glad to see you using that feature with StreamYard, likely, where the vertical and the horizontal live streams are run at the same time. We see more and more creators utilizing that, but vertical live streams can bring in a lot of new viewers very quickly. More of everything, actually. And then Sherry Yurt and My Quilting World is working on 700 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then thank you for the gifted membership again. And then Greenland Quilter Katie, thank you for your super chat. We're going to look at that channel right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Now we know that this channel just passed 10,000 subscribers, which is great to see. Greenland Quilter Katie's been with us just over a year as well. And Joan Parker, I see you in the chat, by the way, so thank you for coming in. Broke but Bountifully Blessed Carol is here. I've got them on the wheel. There's Just Jason Keto. Thank you for coming in. We'll get them on the wheel also up there beside Scratch and Pete PA. They're both beloved and dedicated moderators. And then Angel Rose Designs. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Tales Told in the Dark. Always good to see you as well. They're a longtime friend now. Hardknack Farms is still in the house. And Greenland Quilter Katie up on the screen. Like I said, this creator came in just over a year ago. And when they did was right around the time that they were putting out a lot of these videos giving us a look around Greenland. These are water-based views, and I talk about them every time I put the channel on the screen. She's here all the time. But the mountain views, the glaciers, the icebergs, this is wonderful to see from a friend of ours. We see a lot of this stuff, you know, growing up in school. They're going to have documentaries and films for us to watch to kind of give us an idea of other places in the world. I'm in Canada, so I don't get to see Greenland or Iceland or Australia or all these other places that are so far away if it wasn't for a lot of our friends now on YouTube showing us real footage of a lot of these things. So I'm grateful for that. This creator's got a podcast that continues today. Last year around this time, they did some shopping videos. We'll see if they have any intentions for the Christmas season this year. But then they've got some random videos in between the podcasts here. And then they've got shorts that give us even more of a look around Greenland when we start to dig through these. It's almost all outdoor footage, but really interesting to somebody like myself. And then they're able to bring us all 4 seasons. So there's some winter weather doing well at 3,100 views on one of these. And then live streams, and they're live frequently, and they've always got a panel full of friends, full of guests, and they're always having a good time while they're creating different things. The top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and thank you for the generous extra support today. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, and Memories and Must-Haves is still in the house. Let's see what we're going to do about spinning the wheel right this second. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Lots of creators are growing channels in different ways today. And you'll hear in the stories that I tell about some of the things that have been responsible for some of the organic growth more than anything else. Let's say those clips that I play from our interview series give us some insight as to how some of our friends have grown rapidly and have now long past 10,000. And then I'm always interested to hear more stories from people about things that you find working, things that you find to not work for your stuff, but anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. CraftyWitch232 is a creator who I believe is growing 100% organically. And what that means is just the fact that they're just putting out content and supporting other channels, and that results in growth, both in views, in subscribers, watch time, and every other thing we're looking for. When we look at videos on this channel, they put these out sporadically. They just did one a couple of weeks ago, but they've got lots of shorts on the channel as well. This gives you a real idea of a lot of what they're creating here. And Andy is the creator behind the channel. She lets us know she crafts all the things. She does cross stitch, crochet, 3D printing, jewelry making, perler beads, and more. A lot of crochet in the shorts videos here, and I came to learn that she actually makes a lot of this stuff for the purpose of selling it. You see that some of these have really done well, especially with the pop culture references getting into 10,000 views, 14,000 views and beyond, with a bit of a mix of crochet and 3D printing, I think there. Then live streams. Now this creator is live almost every single day. They're usually on at 9 p.m. Eastern. They can go anywhere from an hour to 4 hours. I think they've surpassed 5 hours long. And they're always creating but keeping up with the chat at the same time. And hopefully everybody will connect with CraftyWitch232. I run into them almost every day supporting other people. It gives you an idea of how much they're out there. I try to be on YouTube as often as I can. I try to be on every day. Some days I'm able to be on more than others. But that's what allows me to run into people every day, like Michael's Adventures, like Scratch and PPA, like Canadian Family Life, like Just Jason Keto, Jesse Journals and Unboxes and more, and Crafty Witch 232 and many more. We have to remember that YouTube is a social network. And the more that we interact with that social network, which means communicating with other channels and other YouTubers, leaving comments on their videos, connecting in the chats, really participating, that kind of stuff pays itself off in spades when we think about what we get back from all the things we do for other people. So these are just ideas, but you know what I mean. Carnivore Jerry is coming up.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
That does sound yummy, actually. I do, I love eggs. I could eat eggs every day. I don't, but I could. V Mars, good to see you in the house from Texas. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of loyal and dedicated supporters here ready to connect with each other. And our instructions are always in our video description, so hopefully you'll have a look at that. You're free to meet as many friends as you want while you're here. And then in the middle of a forest, Carnivore Jerry has been a longtime friend by now as well. I wonder how long Carnivore Jerry has been with us in the Tuber Chat family. Much longer than what I'm seeing in the videos here. Yeah, here's a few older ones. 5 months. It's got to be more than 6 months that Carnivore Jerry's been with us. But you see that they're posting frequently. They're posting almost daily the last few days, it looks like. But they seem to post at least once a week, if not a couple of times a week. And this latest video is perfect to connect with. It's just 1 second under the 3 minutes that we're always looking for, but I'm sure that will be fine if anybody wants to connect with this creator with this video. I'm going to take the latest one and put it in that catch-up list I keep talking about. This is where
I use a playlist to keep or get caught up with creators, so we call it my catch-up list here. In the middle of a forest, Carnivore Jerry has got shorts that feature a few, I was going to say celebrity shout-outs. There's a bit of a mix here in a lot of different things. I'm going to have to go through some of these. I don't watch as many shorts as everybody might think because I'm not on a phone, so I'm on a computer, and usually I'm watching regular horizontal content all the time, sometimes vertical live streams and this and that, but I got to go through a couple of these. But I see that the views are spectacular. Some of these, look at this, at 22,000, 100,000 on what? One of them, and then 143,000 on another one, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well, and they seem to be doing these really frequently. So Carnivore Jerry's on like almost daily over the last week, even seeming to be over the last like month or so, maybe even longer. So hopefully everybody will connect with Carnivore Jerry. We'd love to put, and then let's think about spinning the wheel again. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So everybody's BFF is coming up. I mentioned Jerry earlier in the stream. There's Scott, by the way, in one of the thumbnails there. No surprise. Butler Family Farm is another channel that's here with us just about every day. Jerry and Susan share the work on this channel, both in the camera work and on the farm. They've got 116 acres to look after, and they managed to introduce us to a lot of other creators at the same time. So Butler Family Farm, Jerry was on the live stream that I was talking about at the beginning of today's show when I was talking about being on with Devil Dog and Belt Loop 29. So they're together all the time. And I'm always happy to see friendships that flourish on YouTube. The number one thing that people say that they enjoy about their YouTube journey, at least to me, is the friendships that are made along the way. I certainly subscribe to that idea. I feel the same way, and I know a lot of people do, but it's one of the most heartwarming things to see that creators are building true friendships, and you get that from the chats, from the inside jokes you see, from the StreamYard panels that people join each other on, and the conversations that are had. These guys were having so much fun, in my opinion, on that live stream. I just had to hop in there. They do it all the time, but I felt like I wanted to jump in with them. They're all friends. But Butler Family Farm, Jerry and Susan have been married 41 years, and they have now long passed their 100,000 subscribers. Jerry's been using the YouTube promotion system over the last year to push the channel really rapidly, but that's what's possible, and then he shares information about that for anybody that wants to know. Otherwise, what they're bringing us, like I said, 116 acres of homesteading type content on their farm. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, and koi, along with a wood shop where Jerry does some fantastic work, and a kitchen where they share a lot of the responsibility, and then they bring us into their home, both to get to know them and to see the different things they're doing in the kitchen as well. Met up with plenty, both in small and large groups. They took a cruise lately with Scott from Rambling with the Brooms and a few other creators. They went to Alaska. I'm in full jealousy mode over that. But then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 12,000 views and beyond. One over 54,000. I think it still gets views. Jerry promoted it for a while, but I think it's still growing. And then they've got live streams on the channel as well. So this might be a different kind of live stream. We'll see what they've got planned for next week. But Jerry and Susan are on every Monday at 6:45 Eastern, and they give us a chance to get to know them. Where is your, there's Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead, and then here's their 41 years wedding anniversary. I didn't realize it was so long ago. It's like getting on 3 months ago, I think, by now. Four months ago. It felt like yesterday you guys did that live stream. And then Butler Family Farm is here with us, like I said, just about every day. Sometimes on their live streams they do panels where they have other guests, and then often they'll head out for meetups, and they tend to live stream those, especially the ones with plenty of creators. So you'll for a live stream, you'll see their play button on the wall, which is always nice to have, along with a check mark in the chat here. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. There's the source right there. I mentioned you earlier. I know you were live earlier. I didn't get a chance to get in. I was probably just about to eat and get ready for Tuber Chat, but the source is a member, so I've got them on the wheel, and it's time for me to spin. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So Palazzo Place is coming up. This is Jen in South Florida. Surviving Together, good to see you here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know we had another channel. I think we have a new channel in the chat, as a matter of fact. Oh, let me find the name. Essential Irish Queen. There you go. Essential Irish Queen. Good to have you here. Rambling with the Broom. Scott, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. We'll put his channel up next. For that reason, we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. I had to scroll back. I accidentally caught it and remembered. Otherwise, I would have forgotten. I've done that to Scott probably a million times as well. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, I should get around to saying hello to everyone. And we will get to as many channels as we can in the next 2 hours. We got plenty of time today. Let's talk about Palazzo Place. Jen is going to bring us a furry friend in a lot of these videos. They post videos sporadically, but they're getting close to about a dozen of them now. They've got plenty of shorts as well. And one of the things I like to mention about this creator's content is if it's not for our furry friend that's joining us here, the weather can change in a snap over there. And then they've got a couple of shorts on the channel that have done pretty well, getting into now 2,700 views, 4,200 on another one, which has done really well. So Palazzo Place is getting close to 900 subscribers, or almost halfway. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. So since they've passed 800, they're almost at 850. That puts them almost halfway on the road to 900. And then they'll officially be on the way to 1,000, which is great to see. Grace and Fire, good to see you in the house. Scott, Rambling with the Brooms, let me know that is his sister, and I don't know if that's meaning sister like as in sister, or if it's actually his sister, but I know we're going to give some extra attention to that channel. As a matter of fact, I'll put it up right before Scott from Rambling with the Brooms, and thank you both for the super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then Essential Irish Queen says they post mostly shorts, so we'll be looking forward to that as well. Cindy Demonch, good to see you in the house also. And then, are we buffering again? I'm gonna like whine and snap, I promise you. For days, if not a week, we've been going on about the idea that YouTube has been having trouble. So sometimes we think it's buffering, but it's actually YouTube. For us, we were having a little bit of trouble with the internet last night. Kristen Welton and I live in Niagara Falls, Canada, but we're in the very far corner of the city, or a very far corner of the city. So even though we have good internet, like we have high speed and everything else, but it seems that any little change in the weather, if anything happens from the middle of town out to where we are, we have this buffering problem and everything else. We just got a brand new router and modem for the 4th or 5th time in the last 10 years. I'm not even exaggerating. And I've got it on a battery backup as well to try to protect it from the power outages and things like that. But yeah, if the stream's buffering, whether it's here or anywhere else, just first thing to do is always reset the device or reset the browser. Or the YouTube app or whatever you're using, and that usually helps. And then the Pharaoh Grandma, good to see you in the house. Let's take another break here. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to look at Grayson Fire and Rambling with the Brooms. He's actually got 2 channels. And I hope everybody will go and watch all of these in their entirety, because there's a lot of information that the creators I talked to share. I tried to get their opinion without adding a lot of my own, because we hear from me every day here, right? They don't all have exactly the same things to say about every single thing that we talk about either. So that makes it even more interesting, and the conversations go anywhere from an hour to an hour long. So I hope everybody will check them out. For now, let's hear what Danielle and James have to say about how they have long passed 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was I think your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we go up and down, when we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even scrolling up and down and how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not go with YouTube's policies. We have a lot of fun with pranking each other and stuff like that. What we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or pranks wise, that skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do say a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that shorts really help us have them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, let's go for this break and we'll come back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're just about back, and yeah, I had a little bit of a kerfuffle there. What I did was reset the chat so that the 20-minute time limit has been knocked down right now. And maybe I'll put it back up after, but we'll see if we have any nonsense in the chat. If we don't, it's fine. That time limit that I put for 20 minutes that new people have to wait before they can chat really helps in a couple of ways. First of all, gives everybody an opportunity to see what we're doing before coming in, so that they can decide if this is something they want for their channel, because it's not for everybody, of course, right? And then it also cuts down on trolling and the other things we could think about. Consult with Andrew. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Grace and Fire should be able to... Yeah, there they are. They're in now. Grace and Fire actually dropped a super chat earlier, and so did Scott. So I see they're actually getting close. They're on the road to 2,000 subscribers right now, which is great to see. I believe we've seen them in the chat before, and I could be wrong about that. We've got a couple of channels with similar names, but this is the first time we're seeing them on the screen. Now, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take the latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of the video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the our notification bell on also, so they don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. An urban homesteader. That's a perfect term. I've been looking for something that I can describe Scott's channel as. So Scott, you can let me know if that's right or correct or not. But I often describe Rambling with the Brooms as a homesteading type of channel. So an urban homesteader might be closer to the idea. He's also a fellow Canadian, closer to our nation's capital. So that puts him about 6, almost 8 hours away from me. But we plan to meet up actually in a couple months in January, halfway through January. We might get together. We've done that before with Jason and a few other creators. Rambling with the Brooms is bringing us homesteading style content. This creator makes maple syrup, for instance, as a Canadian. Lots of people will be familiar with that. And he brings us both indoors and outdoors, sometimes on real adventures far away when he heads out either to meet other creators or like recently when he took a trip to Alaska, the same one I was talking about with Butler Family Farm and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. So Rambling with the Brooms is now working on 4,300 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. And that's what I was wondering, Grace and Fire, your adopted big brother. Rambling with the Broom, Scott has always been an advocate for helping other channel creators grow their channels. And he, usually when he finds channels under 100, he likes to push them. When we get into shorts on this channel, it's more of the same. Lots of outdoor footage, some talking head videos there, but some of the winter weather's done really well, getting into now 7,800 views. I think that one's still getting views, actually. Now, Rambling with the Brooms might go live sporadically. We've seen him on a million other channels in StreamYard panels as well, but he's got a couple of series for himself. He might do a pop-up live stream. Otherwise, he's got a Thursday and Friday series. Procrastination Thursday, Primetime Friday. These have been going on for as long as I can remember, and literally years. And this creator, the conversation can go anywhere once it gets started. Sometimes it's StreamYard panels as well. When we look at what Rambling with the Brooms has got going on, he's got another channel. And let me just have a look at another channel here. when we see Consult with Andrew, they're just asking a question in the chat. So thank you for being here. How can you start making money from YouTube? So there's quite a few different ways. Typically, a lot of people aim to become YouTube partners, which means you gain your 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, and then you can get some fan funding, which is super chats and memberships and things like that. When you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can start making money from ads as well. Most people here will probably find that the money from or revenue from memberships and super chats and things like that eclipses ad money, but it depends on the channel and how they're doing with videos as well. One of the most common is with affiliate links. Anybody can do that starting from day one with programs like what Amazon offers. It's a very popular program. It's been around for what I think is 20, maybe 30 years. And basically the idea is that you will put links in your descriptions, and when you talk about things in your videos or in your live streams, you can direct people to those links, and then when people buy things from Amazon, you get a small cut. Doesn't cost them anymore, and that can be a significant amount of money, as a matter of fact. And then there's sponsorships and the idea of getting products for videos or getting paid to promote products in your videos and things like that. So these are all ideas. But the general growth of a channel will start to see things like the AdSense revenue and super chat and membership revenue start to grow. You can start getting into selling merchandise, turning your channel into a brand, and then being able to sell other products like digital guides and PDFs and books and every other thing out there as well. So hopefully that helps. And there you go. Yeah, see, Just Jason Keto, making money outside of YouTube with your YouTube channel is a great idea. Some people make businesses out of the YouTube channels, and some people use YouTube channels to promote their businesses, if that makes sense. But there's a million different reasons why we're here. And memories and must-haves, I haven't heard anything yet that tells me that they wouldn't. But Whatnot is a popular platform now for online auction style sales, usually with collectibles. And it's interesting because Scott, the creator behind the channel on the screen right now, Travel Escapes with the Brooms and Rambling with the Brooms, he does Whatnot. He's done at least one. I was there for one of those streams, but that's a platform that's becoming more and more popular now, and it will become even more mainstream. People can use other social networks as well to sell digital things like TikTok and Instagram and everything else. So hopefully that's the smallest bit helpful. I know there's a lot to it. It's a lot to go through when I race through my speeches here, but affiliate marketing is the largest way that I've been able to help channels. Let's say a company wants to sponsor you for like this stand, which I have actually done. I like these stands so much. I actually bought a bunch of them as well for the gifts and giveaways and things like that. But let's say a company wants to sponsor you or provide you a product that you can review. Well, depending on the size of your channel and your ability to negotiate, you might be able to say, okay, well, I want to get paid for the video. A lot of times, some of the companies, when your channel's just growing and within the first couple of thousand subscribers, they might say, okay, we're not going to pay, but we'll send you the product, right? What you could do is review the product, and you could pack it up and sell it on eBay at 70% of its cost or something like that, right? So there's that benefit as well. And while you're reviewing the product, you can have affiliate links for that. What I do for Superchat, not that it helps in this particular case, but I always put an affiliate link in every description, because when you find other creators who know what that is, they might click it for you just to help you, knowing that everybody's got a shopping cart full of stuff on Amazon. It's just a matter of whether they check out in the next 24 hours or not. So these are just ideas. Magic Frog Crochet, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, yeah, Scott's in Whatnot as well. I haven't done any. I don't know if I will.
But it's always a thought. And then Travel Escapes with the Brooms is a second channel that Scott has from the Rambling with the Brooms that we just looked at. And he's got shorts over here that have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,100, 2,900. So he's started to put out a lot more content now. And we know that he recently, like I said, took that cruise to Alaska. And then we'll expect more on this channel. He's working on 400 subscribers now. But thank you both, Grace and Fire and Rambling with the Brooms, for the Super Chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Home Bartending with John has been one of our longest standing members for as long as I can remember, since finding us many years ago. He's actually a silver member, which means we still see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here. But he's been with us a million times. As a matter of fact, so much so, this creator's done a couple of recipes on his channel at my request. He takes a request from anybody in his community, but I was grateful for those, and they're just a part of what he does. Home Bartending with John has an elaborate home bar setup here. We don't have to have one quite as elaborate to do the things he's going to show us, but he will give us recipes for a lot of the world's most popular cocktails, and sometimes in different variations as well. There's lots of different ways to make a drink. Most of us are familiar with the term shaken not stirred. That's a perfect example. Home Bartending with John will do a lot of product reviews and comparisons as well. Sometimes he does lists of different cocktails or liquors or liqueurs where he talks about, let's say, low-calorie cocktails or what's the best vodka or beer reviews. 11,000 on one. And then live streams are something he's done in the past. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if he's going to continue those. We know this creator is about to hit 600 subscribers. Might even be today. If anybody hasn't already connected with Home Bartending with John, I hope you will. And we'll push him towards that milestone. And then Create and Relate is in the house. I got to get them on the wheel. I haven't done that yet. And Memories and Must-Haves is going to be coming up.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then Canadian Family Life, what time is your premiere going to be tomorrow? I'm just curious to know. She's in New Brunswick, which means it's likely early for us. Memories and Must-Haves is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They're fairly new here and have just been here with us, I don't know, 3, 4, I think maybe 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. Memories and Must-Haves has 150 subscribers, which is great to see. We can tell this is a dynamic creator just from the thumbnails alone. But I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. We can see that they're going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. I notice a mention of keto there, and we've got a lot of friends who are either running keto channels or have keto as a part of their life, along with other diets or lifestyle choices, let's just say. The Scout Scratcher, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody here. I must have said hello to Rushing Wind Mountain earlier. I hope I did. They're usually here with us for every stream. And then you don't plan on premiering the holiday videos maybe later in the month? And Just Jason Keto, are those going to be on the other channel? I'm just curious to know, and forgive me if you already said so. For whatever reason, I thought you mentioned you were doing a holiday series, not quite Vlogmas, but they were videos not for the Just Jason Keto channel. But forgive me if I'm mistaken. We'll find that out in a second here. And then, what did Canadian Family let? 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, I should be able to catch that. I'm usually that's right around that time. We like to eat early. Kristen and I go to
restaurants, like when we do occasionally, we go to places much earlier than everyone. We're usually getting reservations at 5 or 6 o'clock so that we're out of there. And I laugh at myself because I remember so clearly like the Seinfeld jokes over that kind of thing. But we love it. You get so much attention, everybody's ready, and you don't have trouble finding tables and things like that. But we're early risers too. Kristen's been up before 5 o'clock in the morning for the last 9 years or so, and I'm doing the same thing more and more lately. Start tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern on this channel. Not going to premiere them, just Jason Keto. Okay, that'll be interesting to see. And then, Jessie Journals and Unboxes, she dropped a brand new video today. This is really cool because I'll describe the rest of her content in a second. But for today's video, she had the creator of the product she's reviewing in the chat so that we could connect with them, and that's a great idea. And you notice that they've got the collaboration here by looking at the video that was done by Jessie Journals and Unboxes and my note cards. So we're starting to see that kind of idea more and more as people are using the collaboration system in the YouTube studio. When you collaborate with other creators on videos, you can add other creators. What will happen is your video will show up on their pages, or their videos will show up on your page under a collaboration section if you enable it, and the titles will give everybody an idea of who's making videos as well. Kind of cool as an idea. Much more to it than that, but that's my elevator pitch on the idea. Up Designs Customs is here. And pardon me, Vintage Style by Joe. What did I say? Oh, you do the same thing. You go out to restaurants early. Yeah, I love it. I'm not like, I don't mind crowds. I was in nightlife for many years, so, you know, life was a party and I'm used to bumping into people and everything else. But the idea of being able to not have to wait for a lot of things. I think all of our attention spans and patience has become very thin over the last many years, but mine included. A longtime friend as well, and hopefully you're going to come and meet up with us again. Scott's coming on the 17th of January, he says. And last year, Brampton Gardner, myself, Kristen Walton, Just Jason Keto all got together with Scott and a few of his friends from Ottawa when they came to Toronto for a visit. So we're going to do the same thing. And we might have another couple of people there as well. Jessie Journals and Unboxes, forgive me. So I was mentioning the idea. These are handmade cards meant to be given to other people. We use cards for different occasions and things like that. I still am a fan of handwritten notes. I try to handwrite cards whenever I can, whatever the occasion is, but I think they're a wonderful idea, and these are custom made. So these were sent over to Jessie Journals and Unboxes. Now, over the years, she's been with us from the beginning, like 5 years now, and Jessie Journals and Unboxes has basically unboxed just about every single thing you can think of, whether it's bath and beauty products, jewelry, snacks, stationery, all kinds of stuff. Then she shows us the things that she makes with the things that she unboxes. Her channel's gone through a bit of change over the last many years, but she gets into a lot of collages, a lot of journaling, hence the crafting supplies that are prominent on the channel now. She's done other hauls and she's gotten involved in other collaborations like the Fall Fest 25 giveaway from Gale Southern Living, where a lot of creators were involved. So Jessie Journals and Unboxes, the other thing I can mention about this creator is she's unique in the idea that her support for us has increased over the years, and that's tough when you are following more and more creators. We all know how hard it is to support everybody as much as we all might like when we're following more and more channels every week, right? But she's managed to do that. So Jessie Journals and Unboxes features a lot of the things she finds finds in her unboxing videos, in the shorts that we find on the channel. Lots of washi tape. Only reason I know what that is because of Jessie Journals and Unboxes. But lots of other crafting supplies, bath and beauty products, like I mentioned. There's the stationery, there's snacks throughout here, and other ideas as well. And hopefully everybody will check these out. Live streams are occasional on this channel, but Jessie Journals and Unboxes is so supportive to other people that she will have a flood of support in her live stream chats anytime she goes live, because of all she does for other people, if that makes sense. I run into her probably every day supporting other creators. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, good to see you in the house from New Brunswick. Mona Did What is here, another longtime friend. She's got quite a reputation. Every time I go into a sewing or quilting, or I feel like even crafting channel, so many creators mention Mona, and she's been with us for many years as well. She's another dynamic creator, but you'll see she has tons of friends on her channel. DeFam Adventures, good to see you in the house as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And then I wonder if it's possible, I wonder how possible it is to do something quickly here. Let me see if I can, oh, how do we do the iPhone mirroring again? I've done this a different way. For a long time, putting the phone on the screen. Let me see if I can get this to work the way I want. The Superchat channel, but what I'll do is I'll switch accounts here. I'll go into my personal channel, and we'll go to Jessie Journals and Unboxes. Oops. No, don't do that. Okay. I find inanimate objects like phones listen when you talk sometimes. Jessie Journals and Unboxes, view channel. And then if I go to the latest video, she just put this one out, right? So what I can do is go to this video, and the reason I'm doing it on a phone is because we can only do hype on the phone right now. But see this button here that comes up right after super thanks? So hype is something we can do to help promote other people's videos. It's becoming more and more popular, so likely more and more difficult to hit the top 100, but we can, and you see what happens. This creator's had a couple of hypes now, so they've moved up a little bit. If we go to the leaderboard, we might be able to see all the different videos that have been promoted over the last 7 days or so. And then I hyped Pete's earlier. I keep forgetting to do this because I'm not on a phone all the time, but that's an example of something we can do for each other. Now, I don't recommend anybody do it for these Tuber Chat live streams. I do appreciate everything everybody does. They're much better spent on videos. So on our copyright-free music channel and my personal channel, I'll ask for that stuff. But here, I'd rather everybody use those hypes for each other. But that's just an idea. Yeah, Up Designs Custom says you can hype 3 times a week. Martin Miller, good to see you in the house. Not sure if I said hello. Yeah, Hardknack Farms, there was something that they mentioned in the very beginning about being able to pay to hype videos, which is a little bit reverse from what we might think, because my understanding was that they intend to let people pay so that they can promote other people's videos. A very generous idea, falls perfectly in line with what. So apparently 3 times a week we can do that for each other. But when we're on phones, we can do that. And yes, hopefully everybody will hype Pete's videos, and everybody else here as well. And then Brampton Gardner says that they haven't seen hype. So it's interesting, on the Tuber Chat channel, if I'm on that account watching YouTube, I can't hype videos. I checked even today. But if I'm on my personal account, I can. So I'm unsure of the reason, but it might be possible for only channels that are not under brand accounts. There was a few years ago, YouTube was forcing us all to start channels under brand accounts right around the time that I started Tuberchat, which is just about 6 years ago, almost 6 years now. And yeah, so some of the features on YouTube are not available to brand accounts for whatever reason. So that's another frustration. But yeah, it's on the phone only, not on the... yeah, not everybody seems to have it yet, so there could be any number of reasons why. It's worth continuing to check because it can be a benefit to creators when we hype their videos. And then next up is going to be Up Designs Customs. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Up Designs Customs is up on the screen right now. And this is a creator that's going to give us some information on their About section. We can probably expect some spiritual inspiration on this channel, as well as the things that they're designing, like t-shirts and beadable accessories. Am I getting that right? And then this is a channel I'm still getting to know. I've been through a few videos here. They've done some hauls. There's obviously creative supplies here. And then we'll see what else they're going to make. So this is really cool, actually. A hat press. Yes, so they'll be able to make hats. Did I catch you doing that in a live stream? Is that what I caught? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think so. They were making t-shirts. Did I not catch another one where you're doing hats? Yes, this is the one. From the summer, I caught this one. So they're doing live streams occasionally, fairly frequently, actually, every couple of weeks or every few weeks. But we can see that they're creating a lot of different ideas. We could think about merchandise, as a matter of fact, when it comes to t-shirts, hats, and things like that. And then, thank you, Martin Miller. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, they've gotten into 1,200, 1,700 views on one of these, which is great to see. And then my speeches about channels get better as time goes on. The more and more I have channels on the screen, I get to know them. The more videos I watch, I get a better idea of what everybody's doing, and then it improves. But you can see, like I said, this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I have caught them for a couple of these things. So interesting to see the hat press there. Might be the first hat press that we've seen reviewed. I know we got another couple of friends that do hats and t-shirts and things like that. But I'm ready. And then A Simple Family Lifestyle is here, along with Nikki Silver Stacker. And I know Driving Daily still in the house, so thank you for still being here or coming back in. They might be working right now. And then I've put those members on the wheel. Members and moderators are always added right away. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And it looks like it's going to be Just Jason Keto, one of our beloved and dedicated moderators. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then I'm not sure if I mentioned Jesse Journals and Unboxes as another beloved and dedicated moderator here, along with Michael's Adventures and Scratch and PPA in the chat. I hope everybody here will connect with all of the blue channels. We really don't have that many. There's probably 20 over the last 5.5 years, 10 that are with us regularly. But each one of them is a longtime friend of mine, a longtime friend of each other. All of them. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for, premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in exactly the same way we do here. Island Glow with Tea, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Jody Genealogy is here. I caught her for a live stream earlier today. And then when we look at what Just Jason Keto is doing on his channel, he's going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. He will often refer to a proper human diet, but a lot of people will reference keto as a lifestyle or a diet, if we want to think about it that way, with restrictions so that we can make healthier decisions about a lot of the different things we're going to consume. What we can look at with Just Jason Keto is a lot of recipes on his channel, along with product reviews. Those are both going to help us understand ingredients and how they're going to affect us. When we look at plenty of other recipes as well, and regardless of what the recipe is, I think every single one on his channel features only a few ingredients. They're all literally simple and easy to make. And then with product reviews, like I said, he goes over things we'll find in a grocery store or health food store, but he can show us tips and tricks to get more value out of the things we might find. He does traditional product reviews like the air fryer here. He might do the Dash Mini over here. He visits the barbecue once a year as evergreen content. And then once in a while there's a little bit of variety, but he's actually started another channel for that. So you notice he's got some members only content here, and Just Jason Keto is expecting to start a holiday series tomorrow. So we'll be looking forward to brand new videos. I think it's daily, but I'll ask him to reiterate that. So Just Jason Keto is growing rapidly as well. This channel is working on 6,800 subscribers now, which is great to see. He posts shorts frequently, and many of these have done well, and they give us a hint about healthy looking or even grilling shorts, getting into 4, 5, and 6,000 views on the way to 7,000. One of these is 22,000 views. And I've seen that one, so I promise you it's worth watching. And then when we look at Just Jason Keto, we see live streams as well. He's live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. Last week he did an experiment trying the StreamYard system that lets you do vertical and horizontal, or portrait and landscape, at the same time, which is really, really cool. So that seems to have worked out. When you think about the idea of a live stream, let's say getting somewhere around 100 views, but then you look at 2 live streams at the same time, you get 200 views. I know a couple people would have been watching both at the same time, because some of us do that, but a very cool idea, because vertical live streams can draw in new viewers a lot faster than traditional live streams. However, especially in this community, like Superchat, where we have channel owners, most people will prefer horizontal or landscape. So giving everybody the option for both really helps. I've seen it done on other platforms as well. A lot of times people will get either a message on the screen or get the chat bots to kind of reference the idea if you want the best experience. There you go. Yes, Brampton Gardner, tomorrow is the day. Hard to believe. Even I had to look at the calendar and take a second glance at it. Let's spin the wheel and see who is coming up next, and then we're going to look at It's Just Jason as a handle. And this is a second channel that Jason's got set up where we can see videos that he's going to create that don't fit within the keto-based diet or lifestyle that we are used to on the other channel, let's just say. So 1,000 views, 1,300, some travel videos here to get it started, some winter weather. He's a fellow Canadian. And then Coach Julia Edens is coming up. So we're going to take a break for 3.5 minutes. When we get back, I'll play another clip from our interview series, and then we'll get back to looking at channels. All right, we're just about back. And forgive me, it might have been a couple seconds longer than I was thinking there. Coach Julia Edens is coming up. But I mentioned the idea of playing a clip from our interview series. These are videos on the Superchat channel now. These creators help us understand how to get more than 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channels. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, the sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you, you have an interest in this particular topic.
We're almost back, but I'm playing with something now. I'll show you in a second. But the idea of asking for engagement, I've seen it done in so many different ways. So I've seen people, you know, most often hit that like button, or a lot of people say smash the like button. And then one that I've seen recently is like, you got to obliterate that like button. And then today I was watching a video where the guy goes, gently tap that like button. And I was like, this is amazing. So I'm going to ask everybody what your preference is on your channel when you want to ask everybody for the like button. And it'll be fun for everybody to let us know the way they like to ask for engagement. Juliet Edens is up on the screen right now. Coach Juliet Edens, we'll see what they're doing on their channel. They're going to help us with a couple of things, actually. Diamond Art by Whitman, good to see you here. Red Dirt Rooster Road 23, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Forgive me while I trip over some of these handles. The Stock Explorer, good to see you here. And then when we look at what Julia Edens has got going on the screen, this creator is on the road to 5,000 subscribers, which has to be exciting. And we will see that they're going to have that very soon. Obviously, they're going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, but more motivation and inspiration as well. So the idea is wellness overall here. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I've been lucky enough to catch this creator for live streams as well, but we'll see what she's got going on for shorts here at 1900, 4,400, 91, and 9,200 views, which is great to see. Those ones are still getting views, or one of them is anyway. And then live streams on the channel, and these are fairly frequent, as we can see. So they've I've been lucky enough to catch them a couple of times so far, a few times, and hopefully I'll continue to catch them. So I see you're saying you're doing these on Sundays as a schedule. And then they got a few other ones here as well. So obviously the conversation's going to go wherever the chat leads it whenever we have a panel like that and people are keeping up with the chat. But I'll be looking for live streams, even though we have that notification bell on. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Oh dear, Timmy the Racing Channel. Yeah, we don't want to hit the like button so hard that we break our phone, but we do want to smash the like button. Let's see what everybody had to say about that while I get Nikki Silver Stacker ready to go.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
Many years ago, I used to spend quite a bit of time in the northeastern United States. No flights, but anywhere you could drive to within anywhere from 10 to 14 hours, let's just say. A lot of time in New England and this and that, but one of the first times that I went over there was at a gas station. And I was just about to grab an iced tea out of the fridge, and somebody literally grabbed my hand and said, "You don't want that." And then they pointed me to sweet tea, and they said, "I know you're Canadian. I could tell by your voice. We call that sweet tea down here. Otherwise, you're not going to like it." I was very thankful for that. But I noticed Michael's Adventures mentioning Mountain Dew or sweet tea. And it's funny, the simple little differences we have, right? Like we've asked Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More about muffins. I have a muffin for breakfast every day. I know I shouldn't, but I do. And it's funny that we just call it a muffin here, and then an English muffin is an English muffin. But he says when you're in England, when you want the kind of muffin that I eat all the time, it's an American muffin. And when you want what I would call an English muffin, it's just a muffin. So there's a bunch of nonsense for you. Let's see what the poll had to say about how everybody likes the smash the like button, yes, and hit the like button. Okay, so most people just say it the way we expect to hear it. Little Lego, good to see you in the house. But it's a lot of fun to have a little bit of fun with your audience as well, if that makes any sense. To say that, I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. Ability to be awesome. Actually, we've been talking about Vlogmas. Jason has a holiday series. I believe Canadian Family Life is doing Vlogmas, but we'll see what they have to say about that. And then let's see what we've got going on with Nikki Silver Stacker. So this creator is going to give a little bit of a help to our YouTube channels while they continue to grow and continue to learn. Otherwise, what they're doing is helping us understand precious metals, the idea of preparedness with silver stacking. Silver and gold go hand in hand. Of course, they've had a record year for anybody keeping score. And Nikki Silver Stacker is going to help us understand the differences between numismatic collectible coins and precious metals, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way. I can see they've been posting videos like crazy, so I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me get or keep caught up with creators. And then shorts on this channel seem to have already gotten into 1,200 views, 1,700 on another one, which is great to see. That will likely continue to grow. And then we see live streams as well. And this creator mentions a book from Daryl Leaves that we were talking about around this time last year, I believe, where a lot of these creators are updating these books. But the one from Daryl Leaves and the one from Sean Cannell and the Think Media team with Benji, I would recommend both of those because they're the biggest YouTubers in the space talking about the things we talk about here, and they're inspirational to me, even starting with all this stuff. Think Media was the channel that I would see recommended to me before I ever even started YouTube, to say, you know, here's how channels can work, here's how we can make revenue, here's how we can do businesses and things like that. And I continue to follow them today. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Nikki Silver Stacker. They've got a live stream coming up tomorrow, as a matter of fact, and it looks like they could be doing a few different things when they're live streaming. So hopefully everybody will connect and push them towards the 300 subscribers. We know they're thinking of on that super chat right there. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. But we'll have a look at what Little Lego has got going on. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I have to wonder if I Am Betty J Gathers and Tristan Natural were like on the phone or something and said, let's go over to Tuber Chat right now, because they've been together on each other's channels a million times and happen to come in the same time. I think on the last stream too. Hobbytown, Chili, and Koi, good to see you in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. I Am Betty J Gathers is already on there with the Stock Explorer and Crystal Sparkle. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel right away, and then I'll get back to adding names to the wheel from our chat list soon enough. Actually, I'm way overdue, so I'm going to add a name right now. Maybe I'll add two because I'm so far behind. And then I'll clean up the wheel when we take our next break, and I'll start moving. And we'll get them on the wheel right now. There they are. They're still here. I'll get them on the wheel right this second. Just a coincidence today, Tristan Natural. And you'll see what I mean when I get to their channels, because they're in each other's thumbnails. They've collaborated many times. Little Lego up on the screen is working on 500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. I forget if this creator might have said they have like $25,000 worth of Lego. My dear goodness. And it's one of my favorite things, especially like for young people. If there's a gift to be given, like Christmas season or things like that, I think that any child can benefit. I know that Lego is not for children anymore. It's literally for everybody of all ages. It probably always has been. But when I think about impressionable ages, let's say, then Lego's the gift that I default to, because it forces creativity. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter whether somebody wants to follow the instructions and make what's on the box, or if they want to make their own thing. And I think Lego's fantastic. I used to be blessed enough to have plenty of it when I was a young lad, but I used to like playing with that stuff, and now my family's actually got me some. I still haven't put it together. It was meant to be in the background that you see in those clips when I put the camera on there with my office, and I never got around to doing that, so I've still got Lego to unbox. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,100 on a couple of these, and then live streams on the channel as well. So this creator's live frequently. I've caught them many times, and they could be creating Lego or just having conversation. They often do dual live streams because they've got a second channel, and you might have noticed this when I searched for them. Little Lego World is another channel for this creator where they're working on their first 100 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone, and you see some of the live streams on this channel, along with some shorts that this creator's put out. And it's been a little while since they've used this channel, but we'd love to get it to its 100 subscribers, and we'll keep that notification bell on for every single channel like we always do. Let us think about spinning the wheel times before. 10 Lego sets on the way right now. Theta Eisenberg, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And 35,000 by now. Yeah, it continues. Which, my dear goodness. Hardknack Farms, look at that luck. I just put you on the wheel and you're the first channel to come up as soon as I did that. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Hardknack Farms is a channel that I've run into a million times before in other people's premieres and live streams. I'm sure they've been with us in Tuber Chat several times, but I think this is the first time we're ever having their channel on the screen. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your 13-minute video here, just because it's longer than the others. We always look for videos over 3 minutes, but I'll take this 13-minute video if I can. Let me reset the page here because it doesn't want to work for me. When I'll look at this video, I'll put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Hardknack Farms is working on 1,700 subscribers, so hopefully we can get them a little bit closer today. Magic Frog Crochet is coming up, and we'll see what they have going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Magic Frog Crochet's been with us a couple of times, 2 or 3 times before, maybe even more than that. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that. Mr. Shelton TV, good to see you in the house, by the way, from the UK. Pardon me, I'm coughing for no reason there. And then, yeah, Hardknack Farms. I'm sure, like I said, we've run into each other many times before. A lot of homesteading channels started coming into Tuber Chat about 4 years ago, and that continues today. Magic Frog Crochet is another brand new channel. So again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this 43-minute video. I'll put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do again is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators in different time zones. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then I'm just curious if Jerry, Butler Family Farm, is still listening by any chance. We saw their channel earlier, but Jerry and Susan are with us all the time. But Scott let me know today is Susan's birthday. I didn't know that otherwise. So forgive me. I must have missed that if anybody mentioned it. Ravens fan, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let's get them on the wheel. And I'll try to step on it. I know we're not doing too badly right now. I'll clean up the wheel when we go on our next break. We'll do that in another moment. Brainfire by Mac Movement is another fairly new channel. They've been with us a few times now. And then Brainfire by Mac Movement then is a channel I'm still getting to know. But we see they intend to bring us lo-fi sticker movies. So that's an interesting concept. Sci-fi, fantasy, satire, and multi-world lore for the most part. I've been through a couple of these videos so far. But I have to be honest, I've run these, not sat and watched them. I got to find something I can sit and watch, actually. So what I'll do is I'll take one of these videos here. Actually, I'll take this one. I'll take the 14-minute one. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, and that will give me an opportunity to get caught up or keep caught up with creators, as I like to say. But watching content over weeks and months is what helps me get the stories to get a little bit better about channels every time you're here. I'm sure everybody runs more videos than they watch. I, of course, do the same. But when I do have a half an hour, an hour to sit and watch videos, usually what I do is I take that playlist I keep talking about and I order the videos from shortest to longest. You could do that on a phone or on a computer. You can change the order manually, and then that allows you to sit and watch the shortest videos all in a row. So you can watch the end of the list, if that makes any sense. When we look at Brainfire by Mac Movement, they've got quite a few live streams started here and plenty of shorts for us to see. These have started to move into 1,400, 1,800 views. Lots of outdoor footage here, so there's a bit of a mix on this channel. But we'll see what else they're going to do with the information on their About section here, and I'll look forward to getting to know the channel better. And then, Butler Family Farms waiting to take over the stream, boss. Leonard Mountain Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so happy birthday to Susan. Rambling with the Broom, Scott just let me know in the background here that it's Susan's birthday. So I hope everybody will wish Susan a happy birthday. Forgive me for not knowing that before. Cove Action, good to see you in the house. And let's get them on the wheel right now. They're a member also. And then let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. We'll take one more break. We'll make it sort of quick. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, we'll play a clip from our interview series. And these are videos on the Superchat channel now. They go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, and these creators share their insight as to how they have long surpassed 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about your channel and what you bring on YouTube, you're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect.
Okay.
Where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yes.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. because if I add fluff, you know, it's to me, it's kind of taking it away.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or oversimplify it,
Yeah.
because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly,
Yeah.
because it's not real drama. I don't want
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I
Yes.
think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off. I think, like everything else, a lot comes down to what we want to do personally on our channels. It's not like there's a right or wrong answer. There's some universal truths when it comes to YouTube and the things we're doing and how we can grow. But we have to make our own decisions, right? When you think about your avatar, the name of your channel, your banner, your graphics, it's nobody's business but your own. The way you produce your videos and things like that, because it's got to be fun. You know, and I don't want anybody to put out things that they're not happy with. But we can take tips and tricks from each other when we talk about the idea of intros, like I was talking about. On my personal channel, I used to have a 15-second intro, and it did the whole thing saying, like, oh, there's product reviews, the content. All of the videos truly did better. The evidence is there. The numbers don't lie, right? So this is just an idea. But again, not everybody in that interview series has the same opinions as me, and they don't all have the same opinions as each other. So I hope everybody will go and watch all of those videos and see what these creators have really got to say about how they have all passed 10,000 subscribers. They've all been in the Superchat family for years. They're still going through all the things we're going through. They all still visit as often as they can while their channels are continuing to grow. So let's take that break and we'll come right back.
All right, we're just about back, and we are going to look at Mr. Shelton TV. This is John H. Shelton. He is a friend from the UK, and he has been with us for the last 5 years, almost from the beginning. And then if anybody's on today, you can let us know in the chat right now. I know I always mention, or often mention, keeping self-promotion to a minimum, but for right now, I'm just curious who's all going to be on tonight at 8 o'clock. We're at 7:30 now in the Eastern time zone. Who's on at 8? Who's on at 9? Who's on in between? Michael's Adventures will have a premiere at 8 p.m. He's on twice a day, every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes he even throws in a little bit more. He's got well over 4,000 videos in total on his channel, and that only includes videos and shorts. He hasn't even live streamed yet, which is amazing to see for content. So, John H. Shelton, this is another creator who is an enthusiastic, longtime friend of ours here in Superchat. Like I said, he's here from the UK, so it's pretty late for him, but I appreciate you being here, of course. John H. Shelton is working on 1,900 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him a little bit farther. I can see I'm behind with your videos. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Now, John H. Shelton mentions that he does films, music, and vlogs. This creator brings all sorts of art onto his channel. He does poetry, he does literature, he does music, and he does reviews, skits, and shorts on the channel. We see that these have started to move. 1,600, 1,700 views, 1,800 and 2,800 on one of these, which is great to see. That one's still moving. And then live streams on the channel as well. This creator's been known to do plenty of live streams, both indoors or outdoors, and we'll see if he's going to keep those up. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch each other's content. We know he's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. So let's spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and if that's what you would like. This is a glitch that's been here for probably 5 years. On Chrome, which is owned by Google, on YouTube, which is owned by Google, where we look at Pete's video set up for Tuesday, his premiere, the notification looks like it's not on here, but it is on here. And this happens all the time. You'll notice I'll click the notification right now, and if I refresh the page, it'll disappear again. So I don't know what's up with that and why they can't fix that in 5 years, but that's just me whining and complaining. That's my rant for today. Now, Scratch and Pete PA is known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. He has been with us pretty much from the beginning. He's been here probably 850 times by now, if you can believe that. I'm not exaggerating either. And for the entirety of the stream. Now, I certainly don't expect it from anybody, and I just like to recognize it so that you can understand how supportive he is to us and to this community, not even to mention myself personally. I think Pete has supported every single thing I've done since finding me 5.5 years ago, pretty much. Now, Scratch and Pete PA put a lot of consideration into what he was going to do on his channel before he was doing it, and he is bringing an interesting twist into lottery ticket scratching. So you'll notice that his video series has been consistent over the last 5 years. He's literally coming up on the 5-year anniversary at the beginning of January. So he has not missed 1 week. 99% of these videos have been premiered, and if you can catch us for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this one here, faster than most that you'll see. And I believe the biggest reason why is because of the support that he gives to everyone else. He will have a flood, and it is very fast-paced, very high energy, and you'll meet lots more friends there because all of our moderators, like Scratch and Pete PA, will allow and encourage everybody to connect with each other. So Scratch and Pete PA is going to drop his premiere on Tuesday like he always does. Hopefully everybody will be there
engage with each other in the chat, watch the video, of course, and you'll notice that he's got a bit of a hint here. It's Christmas again, almost. So look at his thumbnails. We always see a bit of a hint about giveaways, but he changes things up for Christmas. And Scratch and PPA's been known to make subtle changes to his videos and his banner. His banner he updates every week, as a matter of fact, but even his avatar this year. And when you think about lottery ticket scratching, not all the mechanics of all the games are identical, right? We get the idea. You're supposed to match 3 of something almost all the time. But there are so many different games. He often features bingo, which I really like, crossword, which I really like. And then there's plenty of other fun tickets that come along. I recognize most of these because he's a fellow Canadian and we likely shop in some of the same stores and things like that, or have, if that makes any sense. So when we look at what he's doing on his channel, he pits 2 tickets against each other and then offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, X, or Facebook. So a lesson can be learned from this creator from the last 5 years, where he had the insight to build interactivity from the other social networks into his video series. And that really gives the audience a chance to be a part of the content here as well. And then Scratch and PPA, like I said, I believe I said, has had his video editing skills complemented so ever since his very first video over 5.5 years ago now. But you can imagine that because of the different gameplay or different mechanics, like I said, of the games in the lottery tickets here, he has to edit the videos a little bit differently depending on how the games work, which is really, really cool. So Scratch and PPA, like I said, perfect consistency. And this creator has got shorts on the channel which feature a bit of different content here. He's got some Italian lottery tickets, but he took a trip to Italy 2 years ago where he brought us some vlogging style shorts on the channel. And then he brought us his very first live stream from that trip to Italy as well. So I know a lot of people will be hoping for more so everybody will be excited to see that he's expanded the content on the channel. I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA and all of our moderators right now. And yes, it's almost time to spin. But this fellow Canadian is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including forget to mention this all the time because I'm not on a phone as much as anybody might think. If I'm on YouTube, I'm on a computer. If I'm not by a computer, I am either eating or driving or working. Like, I am always on the computer, right? And therefore I forget about the hype feature. So as an idea, everybody here, whether you have to make a note for yourself on a pen and paper, or you have to get Siri to remind you, or any Alexa or any of these other things, then I hope everybody will remember, after Pete's video flies tomorrow, we're going to give him his hype. So we'll see if we can still hit a leaderboard. That feature must have gotten popular enough that it must be a challenge to get on the leaderboard, but we've seen it done in the early days of that feature. So hopefully everybody will keep that in mind. Scratch and PPA, put the notification bell on, of course, and set the notification for the premiere. And we'll see that in 2 days from now. And then when we get into Canadian family life, we see another fellow Canadian, but they are from New Brunswick.
If you'd like to see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Canadian family life is up on the screen right now. This is Tiffany. Her husband has a channel as well. We'll talk about that in a moment. It's called Chris's Creation Fun. But this is a family channel where we've got Tiffany as well as Bella and Alex and Chris. I see they've got a new video here where there's Chris's Creation Fun working on a new hydroponic system for the container garden that I talk about all the time on this channel. They keep this impeccable I don't know how you keep a garden so tidy, in my opinion. But I've talked about this from the beginning, and Tiffany's been with us for what I think is getting close to 3 years by now. Maybe it's 2.5, but it's getting on the way towards 3 years. So this is actually one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family as well. Tiffany got to her first 3,000 subscribers in just over a year. So we know that things are not easy. They get easier. I promise you, if you hear my stories about how things were 7-8 years ago, you realize it's easier today. Pardon me, back then, we didn't necessarily know that every channel that wants to get monetized eventually can get monetized, whereas today it's all but guaranteed. Anybody who even starts a YouTube channel is pretty much guaranteed to get monetized if they want to. Canadian Family Life has got a premiere coming up. They're starting their Vlogmas series, so I know Crystal Sparkle will be happy to see that. Ability to be awesome in the chat is the handle for Crystal Sparkle, and she has inspired creators actually to do different content. Crystal Sparkle has. So has Tiffany from Canadian Family Life, because she's gotten involved in a lot of cooking and baking. And some of these are all but challenges, actually. She's known for food bank grocery hauls, as well as these cooking and baking videos. Lots of product reviews, tons of family togetherness. She's done some vlogging, lots of crafting, and the whole family gets involved in the channel, like I was saying. She's got shorts over here that have gotten into 5,600 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So these are occasional, but Canadian Family Life is another creator who can go live whenever she wants, and she'll pretty much have a flood of support in her chat as well because of what she does for others. I run into her every day supporting other people. Cabaret Universe, I know you were live earlier today. Forgive me for not getting in there, but it's good to have you in the chat. They've been a friend of 5 years as well. Let me just show you Chris's Creation Fun, and then Covaction is going to come up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. It could be Jody Genealogy. I don't see why anybody wouldn't consider live streams to be a part of Vlogmas. The idea, of course, when people say vlog, right, is a video log of your day. But YouTube has evolved over the last 20 years so much, and we use a lot of terms in a lot of different ways here. But hey, anybody that's creating content, I think Jody's actually making content every day, or pretty close to it, then I think that would absolutely count. I'd count it for sure. Chris's Creation Fun is up on the screen right now. This is Tiffany's husband. We saw him in the thumbnail on the latest video. Now he's doing videos. He's actually got a brand new video, which is great to see. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now so I can get caught up with him. He does do-it-yourself videos. He works on solar equipment. He does 3D printing. We're likely going to see more. The intention here is to put out videos approximately every other week. So we'll see. And shorts on the channel. He's got a few to get started. He's past his 100 subscribers, so we'd like to push him towards the 200 we know that he's thinking about. Then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Pardon me, Covaction was actually supposed to come up. Then we will look at Create and Relate. I'll try not to get my wheel out of order here. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then let's see what we got going on in the chat here. Rushing Wind Mountain and Vintage Style by Joe. We'll get onto the wheel and we'll take it one at a time, but we've got a few more minutes. It's going to be about 20 minutes. I'm going to try not to go overtime today because I do have to work tomorrow, but we'll keep it going as long as we can. I won't bother with another break unless I absolutely need it for my voice for today. Covaction's up on the screen right now, and thank you, Mona Did What, for gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Mona Did What has done that kind of thing many times before. And I certainly do appreciate it, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We'll get back to spinning the wheel right after, but that means Mona Did What will come up right after Create and Relate, because I already spun the wheel. And let's see what Cove Action Travel has got going on. I was lucky enough to catch these creators the other day for a live stream, my first time ever in their live stream. But what they were doing during the time I was there, usually what happens is I go into a live stream. In the early days of Superchat, I would bounce around. Like, I'd come in for about 16 minutes, I'd time it, and then I'd split and go to somebody else's to try to spread the love. Today, what I do more often is hop into a live stream. I'm there as long as I can be, paying attention. Sometimes I got 2 or 3 or 4 going at the same time. And then I'm often working on the computer, like in another window or something like that. So after a little while, I might leave them running, but I'm paying attention to something else. But I was able to be there for quite a while. And what they were talking about is the experience of filming the travel-based videos that they've got on the channel. So for instance, they might go somewhere, they might be on a bus trip, and then they have to think very quickly, because on a tour, a bus tour is what I meant to say, a bus tour during a trip. A bus tour means it's going to go very fast. You've got a tour guide. You got to think, like, how are we going to film everything we're going to film? We want drone footage. We want vlogs. We want stills, or all the different things they might want. And what you'll notice from Cove Action Travel and their video production is that they really put a lot of work into their channel, not just the thumbnails and things like that, but literally the thoughts behind how to plan their videos, and then the different kind of footage that they're going to bring, right? Many cameras, many angles, lots of editing, as an example. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list right now. It gives me an opportunity to keep or get caught up with creators. And then they got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten now into 8,000, 12,000, and 20,000 on one of these, which is great to see. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Cove Action Travel. They're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, but they've been with us close to more than half a dozen times now. They're working on 5,600 subscribers already, so we can see they're doing well. We just love to push them a little bit farther if we can today. And then, we looked at Scratch and Pete. Mona Did What? Thank you for that. Let's put Create and Relate on the screen right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then when we look at what's happening on the screen right now, Create and Relate brings us all different kinds of creativity on their channel. So they dive into all things arts and crafts, colorful paper quilling and diamond art, unboxing, and then this creator actually does a lot of product reviews. Some of those relate to our YouTube journeys, because they talk about things like microphones. They've got a Cricut machine they can make merchandise and other crafting with. They've got cameras on the channel. They got lighting on the channel. So they're doing a great mix of different things, and they post fairly frequently. You can see they're almost consistent at once a week at least. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,400 on one of these, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And when we get into these, it's been a little while. They did one for Halloween, but I've caught them for a few of the diamond painting ones. We'll see if they're going to continue those. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Mona Did What just dropped a super chat there so that we would look at Scratch and PPA's channel. So I'll just put it up for a quick second here, because we just looked at it actually. But hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's got his premiere ready to go for Tuesday. So this gives you a chance to get over there, set that notification for the premiere, as well as putting the notification bell on for the channel if you haven't already. And then he will bring us the scratch challenge. One of the things I don't mention enough, look at the trick that he teaches us with the playlists on his front page, where he actually puts the time of the playlist in the title so that people can see exactly how long it's going to take to run a playlist when they're swapping with him. All of our moderators do that. I do it. All of our moderators do. So anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Mona did what? Drop that super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I'm sure Pete appreciates it as well. Mona did what has been a dear friend to us for a very long time, and you'll see very quickly when we go through some of her rollovers, or especially the shorts. This is a truly dynamic creator. You can see the confidence she has on camera, but she always has, or at least as long as I've known her, and I think we're getting on 4 years or something like that. Mona did what is now well over 12,000, which is great to see. Monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She has a huge reputation, both as a creator of the things that she's making on her channel, not just quilting, but quilting is a big subject here, and she actually goes a little bit farther by teaching us not only how to avoid some of the mistakes we might make, but how to fix the mistakes when we make them, when we're thinking about quilting and creating in other ways. But these are cool ideas as well. How to sew your own gift bag. We've seen this kind of thing for Vintage Style by Joe. Easy zipper pouch, which is a great idea. I can't tell you how much money I've spent on literally zipper pouches in my life. Not a ton, but you know what I mean. I've bought more than I probably needed to, considering you can make them, and she'll show us how there. Otherwise, you see that this creator's got a little bit of variety on the channel, and then when we get into live streams, she has got a grid full of friends all the time. They are always laughing, always having a good time. The conversation can go anywhere once they get started, and we'll see what she's got coming up this Friday when she does her next planned live stream. And it's been a while since I've caught you for a live stream. It's been a month already. And then Mona did what is monetized. If I didn't already say that, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. But we see, like I said in the shorts videos, these thumbnails and things like that, that she's always dancing and laughing and having a good time and making all kinds of different things as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mona did what. Literally, she's been with us for years. She's an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
You know, I was a DJ for like 25 years, and in all that time, I would not play a lot of like classic rock music and things like that, only a little bit. But there was a song, and I never knew all this time who it was by, but it was part of a mix that I'd really enjoyed and used to play sometimes, the Hey Mona song, right? And apparently, if I'm right, I think it was Pete that mentioned it, it's Rolling Stones, actually. But I can't help now but think about that song. It's one of my favorite mixes of all time. It's just a mix of a bunch of different songs or whatever, but I think about it all the time because of Mona did what. And thank you again for a gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Sorry, I mentioned a super chat earlier, but I meant gifted membership. But thank you for that. Hobbytown, I didn't realize you're still here, but thank you. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Mona did what? Thank you one more time for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. Ruby is up, Rushing Wind Mountain, and I got Ravens fan back onto the wheel. We'll get through as many channels as we can in the next 10 minutes. I know Michael's Adventures is going to go drop a premiere. I'm not sure if anybody else is going live or dropping anything in 10 minutes, but we'll see. But he's a beloved and dedicated moderator here, so he will allow us to continue connecting the same way we do here in Tuberchat. All of our moderators allow that, so I hope everybody here will connect with all of them. Ruby, Rushing Wind Mountain, is another creator. She's been with us probably 5 years by now. And Rushing Wind Mountain comes from the Pacific Northwest and brings us almost ASMR type content. We mentioned that because kind of in the same ballpark when we think about pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. They've done a few of these fireplace videos in the middle, but they really focus on nature and wildlife on the channel. The videos can be anywhere from a minute to 12 hours long. They've done plenty of live streams as well. And they've experimented both with vertical and horizontal live streams. They've been doing this for a very long time, as a matter of fact. They've had success with both. Pardon me. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well. And these have really moved. Some of them you'll find humorous moments in, especially when we think about the wildlife here. But they've gotten into 11,000, 13,000, 16,000, and one of them over 39,000, which is probably still growing right now. Rushing Wind Mountain is with us for just about every stream. They have been for years, for which I'm grateful. Ruby is the creator behind the channel. I see that they're growing rapidly as well now, working on 18,000 subscribers. Pretty close to it, so hopefully we'll push them a little bit closer. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Jody Genealogy is up on the screen right now. This creator's got a couple of channels, and we'll look at both of them. When we see what Jody Genealogy is doing over here, they're bringing us history, travel, and adventures, but they also do unattended live streams, and these are meant for people to be able to kind of trickle in, trickle out, connect with each other while they're there, but they're featuring more pleasing audio and visuals at the same time. Jody Genealogy is posting fairly frequently, so they seem to be almost perfectly consistent here with video every week. And then what did I just watch from you? Was it? Yeah, it was on this. It was this video here. I literally watched this before we did Tuberchat. And this is where she was doing a baked beans recipe, and then her husband comes in at the end to give it the taste test. And then shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,900, 7,400, 14,000. Now, Jody's been at this before because she's had a channel called Marketplace Boutique that we're going to look at in a moment for a couple of years before even starting this. So she's already had some practice at shorts and done really well. You can see she's live streaming pretty frequently, working on watch hours, I believe. And then when we look at Marketplace Boutique, we have to remember that the shorts don't count for watch hours the way that we traditionally think about them. Marketplace Boutique is now over 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. What Jody has done on this channel more than anything else has helped us with the idea of making money by buying and selling things, particularly online on platforms like eBay. So she might take us shopping. She might tell us tips and tricks of some of the ins and outs of eBay, or how to buy collections of products and then split them up and sell them separately and things like that. She also gives us a little bit of help with our YouTube channel as she continues to grow and learn with graphic design from things like Canva, talking about membership badges, emojis. I think she's done thumbnails here as well. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 27,000, 35,000, 55,000 on some of these, which is great to see. But it's pure variety in the shorts videos. Jody, like I said, has been at this for a while. Then live streams on the channel, and these can be a mix of different things, just like her other channel, Jody Genealogy, where she could be on the water, she could be on the road, she could be by the fire, and she could be giving us stories. And we'll see who's coming up next. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
I'm going to go find the thing I was talking about. I don't know if Mona's still here, but oh, these kind of things would not be this is not what was it called? Can I find it? Oh, December 90. Yeah, December 93 DMC. I'll only take one more second looking at this, but I just wanted to see if I could find it. If I can't find it, I'll find it another day. I don't want to waste too much time on it. But it would be fun for everybody to hear. Yeah, I can't find it easily here. It's on my personal channel. It'll come up because I listen to it often. I've probably got it in a playlist. But anyway, I'll try to find it for somebody, or if anybody wants a message outside, I'll try to find it. But it'd be fun, and I'll write a note for myself. So you can hear what on earth I'm talking about. I know it sounds ridiculous when you're talking about music and you can't listen to it, and you're like trying to describe how fun it is. Like, yeah, I guess you had to be there, right? And then Vintage Style by Joe is up on the screen right now. I see Simple Family Lifestyle still here, so let me get them back on the wheel. I'm going to race through a few more channels here. Michael's Adventures has got his premiere starting, so we will drop a link for that. Jody Genealogy is live too, right? Did I see that? That she still got that live stream going? I was in that earlier today. Vintage Style by Joe is another creator who's going to help us think about making crafty ideas, typically sewing more than anything else, not just quilting though. And she works a lot with scraps. She literally like makes this thumbnail to say scraps are not my boss. She doesn't always work with scraps, but she does. And she shows us interesting ways to make vibrant, colorful things around the house, to really personalize things with pieces of fabrics and materials that otherwise might have been passed along. And then this creator makes a lot of different interesting things, and she teaches us a little bit. Like this quilt might have taken 500 pieces. There's a pillow in this video that I talk about all the time that might have taken 150 pieces. She really got to jump on Christmas content and autumn content, making videos even before we got close to these seasons. She continues that today. She's got another Scraps Are My Boss video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list for today. But you can see the ideas here. Like, look at this beautiful pillow creation that she's made. You know, it's a lot of work, but she shows us how to kind of make this, and she makes it look easy. And then she comes up with different ideas though, like, what did you call them, mug rugs? And I forget what else was in that other video. But I've watched plenty of her content. And Vintage Style by Joe does a lot of live streaming as well. And you'll see that this creator, this is typically what it looks like to be in a live stream. She keeps up with the chat. She's talking while she's creating or showing us the things that she's made. There's a video to go along with the pillow that she ended up making, right? And then shorts on this channel as well. And these have gotten now... she's posting these frequently. I think they've gotten into 2,800 views, 2,600, 2,800 on a couple of these, which is great to see. And then Michael's Adventures premiere has started, so anybody's free to go over there whenever you'd like. I pinned the link, by the way, and then we'll go through a few more channels. I won't play the ending that I usually do. I know I said I wasn't going to play it, and then I played it last time and cut it off, but that'll help us get over there quickly. Actually, I don't think I set the live redirect, so I'll have to do that. And then is Jody still here? I'm not sure if Jody Genealogy is still here to let us know. I think that live stream was still going though. So she lets us connect with people as well. A Simple Family Lifestyle is up here right now. They've been doing a lot of unattended live streams.
that we can see here. These again are meant for people to be able to kind of come in and out, connect with each other if they want. Pleasing audio, pleasing visuals. More and more creators are doing things like this lately. And then shorts on the channel, 2,500, 3,700 views on one of these. And then videos are occasional as well, and they could be a mix. There's some cooking videos here we see, and then a bit of different content, and they did a special video for Halloween. So hopefully everybody will connect with A Simple Family Lifestyle. They've got another account, A Simple Family Lifestyle 2. We'll see what they're doing over here. I think they're intending, yeah, they've got more live streams over here also, and these are similar unattended live streams like we've talked about, and then a few shorts to get that channel started. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up. Frosted mini wheats. I might eat some of those right after Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact. I eat cereal like a snack now. Not very often, but occasional. I keep like at least a box in the house at most times, just in case I need something. And don't know what to eat. Crystal Sparkle's dropping a premiere right this second as well. I wonder how long that will be going on. Of course, I'm typing too fast here. Crystal Sparkle's got a premiere, so we can hit that. I'm gonna copy the link to this and put it in, and hopefully it'll still be running in another 5 minutes when we're ready to go. Crystal Sparkle brings us a lot of content that follows conventions that pretty much focus on pop culture, and My Little Pony is the most prominent here. But these conventions get into onstage performances, panels, dance parties, and then typical vendors and things like that. You see at conventions, a lot of cosplay and things like that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 3,300, 3,500, 18,000 on some of these, and then live streams are on the channel. They've done a couple lately. There's one in particular that I always reference from Wisconsin. This live stream replay is only 14 minutes, 15 minutes. So I recommend anybody go and watch this. If you haven't seen what they do in Wisconsin for New Year's, that was something that was fun for me to learn. I enjoyed it. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put this premiere in my catch-up list right now, and then no matter what, I'll catch it. But we'll see if it's still on after we get through the next couple of channels here, and then we'll see what is happening with Ravens Fan in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then King Morgan is up on the screen. This is Ravens Fan. And this creator seems to be putting out quite a bit of content lately, like just hammering the videos, which is great to see. They've got a premiere coming up tomorrow, so we'll be looking forward to that. And they mix up a lot of video gameplay. This creator's done some Talking Head Shorts videos, but a couple of these have now gotten into 7,000, 9,000 views, almost 10,000 on one of these, and then live streams on the channel. And this is what we see from this creator most often, video gameplay. And hopefully everybody will connect with King Morgan. They've been a friend of ours for as long as I can remember. It's got to be several years by now. And I wonder how many times the source has been picked last, because I don't think this is the first time. Didn't this happen on like the last stream or like last week, I think? And we'll see what the source has got going on. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Every time they say. The Source has a special video here, how to raid and be raided. I'm gonna watch this video and see what you have to say. But raiding is a term that comes from Twitch. It's a generous thing that we can do when you're already running a premiere or a live stream and you already have an audience. You can raid into another creator's content, whether it's a live stream or an upcoming premiere, and give them a bit of a head start. On YouTube, we call it live redirect, but the idea is we're going to go over there and raid their channel in the most positive way. So the Source obviously is sharing some help when it comes to our YouTube channels. There's a special video he did for Scratch and PPA, part of the shorts here. There's a lot of random content here, but the Source has been known for promoting other channels. This is what they've been doing ever since finding us many months ago. They started sending friends over here, and we've probably gotten a friend in almost every live stream ever since being connected to the Source. They were live earlier today. Like I said, I saw the support wheel, but I must have been just sitting down to get ready to start preparing for Superchat, if that makes sense. But they do live streams plenty of time, frequently. You can hear I'm racing now. And you can see they're on all the time. Like, they seem to be on almost every day. Sometimes they're outdoors, so we get a chance to know the creator behind the channel. They bring us variety and content, but a lot of focus on promoting others, so you'll make more friends when you're over there as well. And then the Source is working on 2,800 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the next milestone. So I said I wasn't going to play the extra, but I am going to, because I need a second to set the live redirect. Like I said, for sure Crystal Sparkle has a premiere right now. For sure Jody Genealogy has a live stream right now, and Michael's Adventures has his premiere. A few people have probably gone over there, so I'll drop the live redirect there. Thanks everybody for the time that you spent. Thank you to our moderators. I wouldn't be able to do what I do the way that I do it if it wasn't for their help with everything that we do around here. And we'll see everybody again in another few days. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.
Are you out there grinding day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.